one of my recent videos, I talked about stewardship at a job that God had me at. And the moment I began to steward over it well, I began to be met with opposition from the higher up who was asking more of me in the first place. They were giving me harsh feedback and little to no grace if a small mistake was made after I was making diligent improvements. I was even getting praise from other coworkers. I was confused and even a bit emotional, if I'm being honest. I began to shrink back and not want to face that certain person. But God showed me how even in that, it was proof that I was doing exactly what I was supposed to be. He led me to 1 Samuel 18, and that's where you see Saul, who took David under his wing, began to become fearful of David. Not envious, but fearful. David, who was doing exactly what Saul was asking of him, the moment Saul realized his success in those tasks and that others recognized that success, his insecurities and pride allowed fear to creep in, and he began to resent him. Verse 15 says, "Therefore, when Saul saw that he behaved very wisely, he was afraid of him, afraid of what he could become because the Lord was with David." Now, I'm not saying that this higher up was afraid of what I could become, but I rather say that the enemy is, and he used them to try to make me shrink back. And instead, I recognize it as a sign that God truly is with me, and the enemy doesn't want me to step into my purpose. But the more I face opposition instead of running from it, the more I can be positioned for my purpose.